4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make?
And I look forward to continuing this dialogue in the months ahead. Thank you very much, everybody.
Why is my girlfriend and I being targeted? Smirnoff technology?
Smirnoff? You got Smirnoff has been dead for years. After he died, his wife sold the technology to the high bidders.
You?
Not to us, to your government. Your government is doing this to you.
They raped me.
No one's listening to us.
They would have driven me.
What?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wake Up America. My name is Phil Marie. We got Walter J. Kopaczynski, the 15th, the Polish Prince of Polka.
Okay.
Dancing along. So anyways, yeah, last minute, this, running here, running there, Wally. Tonight, we have a call-in guest. Reg, camera 3. What you're looking at here is a press release. Naval Academy graduate David Voigts is walking across the nation to create public awareness of targeted individuals. We're going to bring David on right now and ask him a few questions. Hello, David. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Phil?
Yes, we can. Say hi to Wally.
Hey, Wally, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Glad to hear from you.
All right, so David, we have maybe 15, 20 minutes with you, and
okay.
I didn't get to tell the viewers much other than what you just heard. You're a former naval officer and graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy, and you worked with electronic weaponry. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was what they call a surface warfare officer, and I was electronics warfare officer on a Aegis destroyer, and then I worked in nuclear engineering billets on Nimitz-class aircraft carrier.
Okay. So how many years did you have in there, Dave?
Just about 14.
Oh, really? 14 years?
Yeah, I was an enlisted man first. I was machinist mate, and I worked on the USS Enterprise as a nuclear machinist mate, and then I got picked up for the Naval Academy and went through that training, and then went to a destroyer for a short tour, and then through nuclear power school, and then I was a division officer in the reactor department on the John C. Stennis.
All right. So you were aware of this technology being used on people prior to yourself becoming a target, is that correct?
Yeah, I'd heard about it. The first time I heard about it was in high school. I'd heard just a little bit about the process. And then over the years, I picked up more and more information. And then while I was at the academy, I had just a tremendous amount of training, and I picked up bits and pieces there, as well as, I did some outside reading while I was deciding which career path I wanted to take. And kind of at that point, I kind of learned that, yeah, there's a kind of a dragnet surveillance system in place, but also I knew a little bit about this targeting program, and I kind of used the internet from there to get more information. And then while I was a electronics warfare officer, I basically confirmed what I had thought leading up to that, and it's true. There's a non-consensual human experiment that's testing a human-machine interface weapon.
Okay, so what do you think got you targeted then?
Well, I got myself targeted on purpose, and I used the internet comment section because I knew that they would be able to, if I posted something there that, we all know with the Snowden revelations that stuff, it's stored and you can kind of find out where that information is coming from. And I tried to make contact with various, TV shows, products, news organizations to kind of demonstrate some knowledge and then give them the ability to come after me with the targeting. And it worked. They accepted my plan. I gave them plenty of information that they could use if they wanted to, and kind of edit it in such a way that the targeting process would progress as I saw it at that point. So I'm in the program. I've learned much about how it works, and that was kind of the plan. Get myself in the program, figure out how it works, and then try to tell the public. Make contact with the victims, and then try to get it shut down.
That's the first I've heard of that. We only spoke a little bit on the phone, but I think that's absolutely amazing to want to put yourself in that situation. But
at the academy, they have a pretty substantial character development program, and they send every new officer through an ethics and moral philosophy class. You learn stuff about naval law and all your strategy and tactics and weapons classes. They mention a few things, and there's an honor code there, and you get a strong moral compass, or at least they try as hard as they can to give you a strong moral compass while you're there at the academy, so that when you do come across these situations, that you can make a correct decision.
So, how many years have you been targeted now, Dave?
With the electronic stuff, that started in 2012, and then the stalking was leading up to that through the entire time. And I got warned many times, don't go down this route. It's ugly. And but I noticed that somewhere around 2002 or 2003 that I was getting a response to some of the stuff I was writing on the internet.
So after being targeted, you decide that you're going to do a trek across the country, a walk across the country, correct?
Yeah, I did the typical things that targets do. I sent out a bunch of mailers. I mailed every governor, an information package. I mailed every newspaper in the state of South Carolina some information on the topic. Student count. I probably spent $15,000 or $20,000 just in direct mail explaining, hey, there's this group of people that need help, and this is what's happening to them. Here are the books you can read. And I just didn't get any result from it. So I'm trying a novel approach now. I've got what's called a backpack billboard. It's kind of like a sandwich board with some electronics in it that lights up, kind of a gimmick to draw people in and try to get into a face-to-face conversation about this topic. And I've got my dog with me, and I've got a bike trailer that's converted over that I can put my gear in and push the dog in the gear, and it's just kind of create kind of a spectacle so that, I maybe go to some of the smaller, in some of the small town newspapers, Naval Academy grad with a dog and a sandwich sign, maybe that's news, and at least we can get, a conversation started and we can create a historical record that yes, there were, in this time frame in 2016, there were people that knew that this crime was happening, and they're, taking some, strong measures to try and alert the public to the issue.
Okay, so you're starting in Delaware. Reg, camera 3. Hold on, Dave. What you guys are looking at here is David's Facebook page. It's TI in America Cross Country Walk, and that's the name of the Facebook page. TI in America Cross Country Walk, and apparently that's Dave there. A picture of him there. He's posting a ton of photos in there along his trek, along the walk, different. So, Dave, what are you walking through? Like different national parks and everything, taking a trail?
Yeah, I started out on what's called the American Discovery Trail. It's kind of like the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
But this goes from Delaware through the central states out to California. So I'm on the tail end of the Maryland portion of it, and then I'll be heading into West Virginia. And it like you say, it goes through all the state parks along the way, and it roughly follows U.S. Highway 50.
Okay. I'm showing the people right now some of the photos on your Facebook page. And so apparently you're going to have a huge log. Thanks, Reg. By the time you get cross country, you're going to have a huge amount of photos and everything. Documented.
Yeah, and that was kind of the idea that, some people that just may have never heard about the MK Ultra program or had no idea that there was non-consensual experimentation in our past, they would at least be able to follow along and, kind of see, this guy, having an adventure, and then maybe, after a couple of months of hearing about the TI topic, maybe become interested in reading one or two of the books.
Yeah, that's. I think you're doing a great thing, and a lot of people are. That one, Wally. Are certainly happy for you. Reg, camera 3. All right, here you're looking at David Voigts again, targeted individual, trek across America. This is a picture of David's backpack, and on this backpack, Dave, what does this say?
On the front portion, there's 2 panels to it. They both light up. It's kind of like a backlit film you'll see at the entrance to a mall.
Yeah.
It'll show you where all the shops are, or like a theater that'll have a lighted movie poster. And on the front it says, let's see here. It says, in recognition of the countless lives affected by electronic harassment. And then it has a Facebook and a Twitter badge, those QR codes that you can scan with your phone, and then it would link. Somebody could just come along and link it directly to the site if they didn't want to talk to me. And then on the back it says TI in America Cross Country Walk. It says American Discovery Trail West East Old Route 66, raising awareness for targeted individuals. And the artwork was put together by another TI. I have no art skills, but this was amazing. I just had some basic concept, and they came back with a finished product.
Listen, if people want to follow you or give you a helping hand, what's the best way? What if they want to contact you, Dave?
If you want to contact me, you can contact me through the TI in America Cross Country Walk page on Facebook.
Okay.
I also have a personal Facebook page. I'm kind of posting the same information to both places right now. I've got my name's David Voigts. There's only a few of them on Facebook, and the one that says Surface Warfare Officer, that would be the one to tie into, or the TI in America Cross Country Walk. And I also have a GoFundMe page. It's TI in America, and all 3 of those have a ability to message me. And if you want, you can email me. It's my name, david.voigts@gmail.com.
That's David.
And also on Twitter.
David.Voigts@gmail.com, correct?
That's right.
Okay. Now, David, we have probably another 5 minutes we can go with you here. Okay. On your trek out there so far, the people that you've spoken to, are they receptive of this?
Yes, I was so surprised. It's such a difficult topic. You're talking about it's a really horrible topic to just try and discuss with people. and a lot of people get it. Like if they're of the age where they might have been, growing up in the 70s and are adult in the 70s, a lot of them remember the congressional hearing in 1977 that discussed this program, and they get it. I talk with them in about 5 or 10 minutes, and it's amazing that they can understand the topic. And I hand them a brochure, and they say that they'll follow up and look, take a look at it. And about half of those I'll get the next day. They'll ask for a friend request on Facebook. Whether that be to follow along with the cross country walk or just to get a bit more information on the targeting topic. But people know about this. It's just they feel that they can't make a difference, and or some of them are scared that they may be targeted themselves, and that's kind of what this cross country walk is about, is letting people know that this is going on, and there's a little some security in numbers, safety in numbers, and to let people know that there's at least one guy has told thousands and thousands of people about this topic, and I think with that we'll get some people that will come forward and tell us what they know about this program.
Sure. Now, are you still in touch with any of your former Naval Academy classmates or anybody?
Yeah, a few. I do. I kind of talk to them a little bit on Facebook.
Well, that's good, and they're supporting you as well.
Yeah, it's somewhat. When you're in the service, you can't. There's restrictions. They're not allowed really to talk about this sort of thing. But a few of them are out now, and they can talk a little bit more openly about the topic, depending on whether they're working a job that requires a security clearance or not.
Wow.
But they get it. They've been through the same training. It's just kind of a surprise to actually confirm that some of the rumors were true.
Well, I tell you what, this stuff I've been beating the drum for over 3 years here with Wally, and
I can't. I'm so appreciative of what you guys do. I can't imagine trying to do activism on this topic without I think there's something like 50 books that have been written on this topic, and there's television show appearances. People have appeared in documentaries, and it's just we're not getting the traction, and it's just we're going to have to figure out a way to engage with the public on this, because it's an atrocity. I just can't believe that this is allowed to happen in the United States, and what's worse is that people know about it, and they're not taking action. So it's pretty imperative that we engage with the public and let them know what we know and ask for help.
Well, I can tell you, people like yourself, willing to go through all that, especially willing to get yourself into the program, deliberately targeted, is absolutely.
Oh, I bet you there's tons of servicemen, servicewomen that if they knew about this, they would do the exact same thing. They just didn't happen to be in the right career field to see it, and they know that this is wrong, and they would take action to bring it to at least help the victims in a minimum, and if not bring the program to an end, because it's a crime. You can't do this.
Wow. And probably 99% of the targeted people wish whatever it was they didn't do that got them into the program. I can guarantee you that. If they did anything, a lot of them don't even have to do anything.
This is kind of a sinister thing. Some people, it's nothing that they did. It could be, revenge against, some third party that they know nothing about. It's pretty insidious.
Yep. All right. Well, Reg, one more time, camera 3. And we're looking at right here, Dave's Facebook page, TI in America. What's that? DAS, Cross Country Walk. And lots of photos, interesting stuff. And hopefully, Dave, you get some of these viewers here in Connecticut keeping an eye on you and following you through the country. Thanks, Reg. And Dave, we want to have you back and hopefully maybe do a whole show with you when you get a little further across the country, and maybe you can share.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll probably have some more stories to tell and plenty more pictures.
Great. Sounds good, David. And just remember the Frosty the Snowman Christmas cartoon. Put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. One foot in front of the other.
Dave, take care and God bless.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
Good night. All right. So, there you go. That is David Voigts. Interesting guy. This guy, must I say, this guy started commenting on a lot of my YouTube videos. And we weren't sure because sometimes people portray themselves as someone who they aren't. But so we kind of vetted this guy, talked to him, this, that, and then out of nowhere he decides he's going to go cross country, and I appreciate that totally with him. And as it was last week, we replayed the show from the week before the Memorial Day show. But Reg, camera 3. And we talked about Massey Monroe last week, who's running for the Senate seat in California. Her entire website, if you guys look it up, it's amazing. It's all about this electronic warfare being used even on her since 2000. Interesting stuff. Thanks, Reg.